call Critter Busters?
Dad's all torn up and Mom's got like a harpoon thing in her neck and they're getting bigger.
They'll eat anything.
No, those, man-eating hairballs that you do not believe in.
Critters. They bite.
See? Rover's Bend, 1986. Now, you can see the same kind of occurrence 2 years later, 1988. Even local law enforcement claims they've seen space aliens. One of them supposedly killed the sheriff in the 88 encounter.
Sheriff?
Yeah, the sheriff wearing an Easter bunny suit.
And I'll bet the aliens were all wearing tuxedos.
Of course. He must have been reading the same newspapers as you. That's where he got the story in the first place.
Who? What guy?
That crazy guy we ran into on vacation. He actually believes this stuff. Oh, I didn't mean...
So?
Look, I'm sorry. I guess I'm still upset over a fight I just had with my dad. I'm gonna go back downstairs and check on him. I'll be back for Johnny in a while.
Well, John, you still like my stories, don't you?
It's him.
Huh? Who?
If the glow's green, that's the time to watch out for yourself.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of They Bite, the best and only Critters podcast in the world. I'm Sean, and this is Chris.
And I didn't die, by the way.
Yeah. Chris almost died. True story.
No, I didn't almost die, but I did have surgery, and I was in the hospital for a couple days, and it sucked, and it still sucks because I got this hole in my stomach.
Whoa.
And it's like just an open wound, and I have
No
to treat
way.
it and take care of it, and it sucked, and I can hardly even walk for like 2 days, but...
What the hell? Did they not stitch you up? Just, like, let you go with a big fucking hole?
This is going to sound disgusting, people, but, no, they had this, like, padding stuff that had to be stuck inside of me and hanging out of me, because I had, like, this abscess on my stomach, and they had to, like, drain it out. So whenever they're done with that, they have to leave that gauze in there so all the drainage soaks into the gauze. I had to pull the gauze out myself. Like
how gnarly was that?
It was extremely painful.
Man. Wow, that's pretty cool, though.
No, it's not cool. It sucks.
I'm sorry, dude.
But I'm alive. That's what matters. I'm alive. And while I was in the hospital and dealing with all this, I was eagerly awaiting the bonus features announcement from Scream Factory for the Critters collection because I actually contacted somebody from Scream Factory and they got back with me and they were like, "Oh, we're going to make the announcement sometime this week." And then all of a sudden they made the announcement like the next day. So.
Heck yeah, they did. And I'm stoked on it. I'm happy with all of it. I mean, there's some things, every time we're fans, we got to complain a bit. But for the most part, we do. But for the most part, I think, all right, first of all, let's go back to the beginning of the year. We didn't think we were ever going to get this anyways. So just the fact that we're getting the 4 movies on Blu-ray alone, we should all just be thankful for in general.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it looks like they didn't just try and, throw this at us. They put some thought into it.
Some.
Yeah. You go ahead and start it. What are your opinions?
Just the bonus features, like go through them?
Yeah, we'll just go through them and give our opinions.
All right, I guess we'll just do like we'll do the bonus features on the first movie, then we'll talk about them and then move on. All right. Let's see here. On the first Critters movie, there's going to be a new 2K scan from the original film elements.
Yeah, okay. Now, what's 2K scan mean? Because don't they have 4K out now as a format?
Yeah, 4K is like the highest quality. 2K is pretty much the best you can get with just a regular TV. If you have to have a 4K TV for any 4K stuff out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so 2K is like the best quality you can get on just a
Oh,
regular
that's
Blu-ray.
awesome.
I'm guessing that it says it's new, so I'm assuming they actually went back through the original film elements and cleaned everything up even more than what it was on the DVD.
I'm excited. I'm more excited to see the first movie cleaned up than the second one. Just because it's such a dark movie. I don't know. I just have a feeling it'll make a difference. With part two, I think it'll just be cleaner, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You could already, even on the DVD, you can tell the critter ball just doesn't look that good in some shots, you know. So there's some things that don't necessarily need to be cleaned up.
Yeah, but here's something that's exciting. We have a brand new recorded audio commentary with producer Barry Opper and star Don Opper.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So everybody's been wondering whether or not Don Opper was going to be involved, and they were like, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. He's never done anything. He's never been a part of anything, really. And, yeah, he did a commentary for it. So he's going to be talking during the entire movie.
Yeah, that's exciting. I know we probably both agree on this. Don Opper is the main star that I want to hear from.
Yeah.
For this. Yeah, you too, exactly. So as many times as I could read Don Opper on these bonus features, you know, every time made me happier.
Yeah. Then after that, we have another audio commentary with the Critters designers Charles Chiodo, Edward Chiodo, and Stephen Chiodo.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be interesting to hear. Kind of two different sides. You get one from like the producer and the actor side, and then you get another one from the side that is all about the puppets and creating the effects. So that'll be interesting.
That will be, because I don't know how much bonus features or bonus footage we'll really get, but it'll be nice to hear them maybe, you know, for each scene to kind of like break it down a little bit. You know, I don't know, just I'm curious, like the one that's in the truck. That we always kind of joke about. Like, I'm hoping they just say something about that. You know?
Yeah, like the blah.
Yeah, what is that one? It's like yeah, that scene was supposed to be darker. And then the next one is actually, unfortunately, guys, leads to a lawsuit. They Bite, the making of Critters. Well, I believe you know as well as I do, Chris, that They Bite is the name of our podcast that everyone's listening to right now.
It is, but technically the
Shut up. No, it's yeah, okay, buddy.
They Bite.
Yeah, but we stole it first. They're just stealing it back. But anyway,
take our stolen property.
We care more.
Yeah, but it says that it features some of the actors and stuff in there. You want to go ahead and list off those actors?
Yeah, Dee Wallace, which is awesome. Don Opper. Terrence Mann.
Yeah, it was strange. Like, I didn't even know he was going to be involved.
Yeah, buddy. And Lynn Shay, producer Barry Opper, writer Brian Muir.
See, now, that's where it confuses me a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read the rest of them, then I'll talk about that.
Sure. Of course, the Chiodo brothers. Makeup artist are Christopher Biggs. Special prop supervisor Anthony Doblin. Composer David Newman. That's pretty cool. Second unit director Mark Helfrich. And the Critters voice actor Corey Burton was very neat. And miniature effects supervisor Gene Warren. There are a lot of people who, I don't want to say they're random because they work on the movie, but I'm wondering how much they'll really have to say. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I know that Gene Warren Jr. did the effects for all the house being rebuilt at the end.
Okay. Okay.
So he'll probably just be there talking about that.
Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to talk about was,
it
says, you know, the Making of Critters featuring interviews, and it says with writer Brian Muir. Now, I don't know if anybody else knows, but Brian Muir passed away sometime in 2000-something. So he obviously isn't around to do new interviews.
Yeah.
So is it archive footage of him talking about it?
Well, have you ever seen any?
Is it going to be, because I know he has like a relative that like does these things that talk to people and stuff and does interviews. for him because the next bonus feature is called New for Brian, a tribute to screenwriter Brian Dominic Muir.
Yeah.
So is it going to be like just that same person talking about him and the making of the movie based off what Brian had told him, or is it actually like an archival video that nobody's ever seen or anything?
Is his relative named Brian as well?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen any interview footage with him before. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so maybe it is just something from back when. But that does deter me a bit from thinking if some of these interview clips are old, but it says new.
Yeah.
And, for the next feature, it says behind the scenes footage. It doesn't have new in front of it, which Chris and I discussed probably means new means that they made something new for this. The behind the scenes footage we haven't seen before, but it's technically not new. This They Bite featurette, the audio commentary, those are new recorded stuff for this. So I'm almost going to just assume that they put him in there. But I don't think there obviously can't actually be any interview footage with him.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, maybe they were something on set that they filmed.
Yeah.
And maybe they just threw
That's
in
what
like
I'm assuming, maybe.
they threw in a clip of something of him like on set talking about writing it or something.
Yeah. Because I've heard we both talked to people within this small fan community, I heard that Terrence Mann was going to be a part of this through someone, I don't know, and B. Wallace, I think and then Leanne Kurz confirmed herself for part 2. So we know that these people really did go in for interviews. So if that's the case, it's going to just be old footage of Brian. And I think it's interesting that they're doing that. The next featurette is that for Brian, a tribute to screenwriter Brian Muir.
Yeah.
That's really nice and unexpected.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either whenever they were listening. I read that and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I would have never thought about that,
No. So good on them for doing that. I'm going to watch all this, but I'm excited to see it.
What's next?
Well, we could talk about them a little bit more because, I'm excited to hear from the composer, honestly. And some of them, like the special prop supervisor, the makeup artist, I just don't know what they're going to bring to the table because I don't know really what everyone did for this movie.
Yeah.
But the voice actor for the Critters, I've never even thought about that before. I'm sure you've read his name once or twice, but...
Yeah, Corey Burton.
Are you familiar with him?
He's done a couple of interviews online where he talks a little bit about making the language and stuff for the Critters.
Oh, that's right. Yes, okay.
But most of those interviews or clips are really short, like minute or so long. So
I'm expecting that's all we'll get again. Doesn't he say it's like a combination of French and something like that? He says.
Yeah.
But okay, and the next feature is behind the scenes footage, which, that's what I really want the most, more than anything, I think.
Yeah, and again, the Kyoto brothers surprised us because I posted a comment on the announcement that for the bonus features and stuff that I only thought that the bonus features or the behind the scenes footage was going to be like the rebuilding of the house at the end of the movie because I know they went back and had to reshoot that after the movie was made, so I assumed that was what it was going to be. It was just them building that house.
Yeah.
And then
Charlie.
Charlie Kyoto commented and was like, well, if that's what you think, you're in for a pleasant surprise.
And he's not very vocal on social media or anything compared to like Ed. So for him to chime in, that was special. That was really fucking awesome. So that's great. So I'm looking forward to that more than anything. Is the behind the scenes footage from the first movie?
Yeah, definitely.
Not because I like the first movie more than 2. But we do see the Critters in part 2, 3, and 4. But, we see them in daylight and stuff. The first movie, they're just so obscured.
Yeah, the only one you really see is the one in the barn that kills Billy Zane's character.
Right, the firecracker scene. That's the best shot you truly get of a critter in it. Although I think the best shot of a critter in the movie is the one that's on the couch. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Which, Chris Hampton, is it?
Yep.
In the group. He is he designed a critter recently. It was on the Kyoto Brothers table at Monsterpalooza,
Yep.
and it was also used for the cover art of this Blu-ray without his permission, unfortunately. He said in the group that he is going to be making a critter from Critters 1. Now, this dude is the shit. Am I right? Like that.
It's the single best replica that I've ever seen. I mean, it's even better than the Part 3 replica that I have.
Ooh, man, that's nice of you to admit.
It's better than what I got.
He is. Yeah, I talked to him, and the critter from the Part 1, that the scene he is going to do is the one on the couch. And, yeah, isn't that just going to be amazing?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It'd be kind of cool if he included it to stand on like the edge of like the couch, like he made like a little couch piece to go with it.
Well, I think he told me that he wants to recreate how it looks in that scene, but he said that the way that critter is actually positioned is not how it looks on the couch. The lighting is what's making it look like it's arching forward so much. I've never thought about it. I'll take his fucking word for it.
Is he gonna make ceiling fan critter next? Smash with the ceiling fan?
I'll take anything, man. It's pretty cool that someone out there is finally doing justice to the replicas, you know.
Yeah, he's really talented, and he does an amazing job on them.
Yeah, absolutely. So then the alternate ending, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that was the only special
that was
feature
on the
we ever
DVD.
got.
Yep.
Yeah, we could give a fuck less.
So
I don't even care if they'd exclude it at this point.
Just in case people haven't, because I know some people probably never paid attention to any bonus things, thinking it was just bare bones. There is a hidden feature on the DVDs that you can go to and watch an alternate ending of the movie. It's not much, but it is a little bit different. So
yeah, it's a little different. There's no critters. Yeah, that says it all. The TV spots, I'm sure we've seen them all. I'm sure you have more than they'll put on here.
Yeah, my guess is there's only going to be like maybe one or two TV spots, and then the theatrical trailer.
That's not what I buy these things for, anyways. Honestly.
Whenever I talked to one of the guys who was helping out with the bonus features and stuff, he said that a lot of stuff that was on YouTube, they couldn't pull from YouTube to make it onto the bonus features because the quality was so compressed that it just would look absolutely horrible if they tried to upscale that onto a Blu-ray.
So they probably just have a few of the original reels from a few of the original TV spots. Well, that's cool.
Because I think a lot of those things that I've pulled on YouTube are probably not Warner Brothers making those. It was like whatever TV station that licensed that off edited those together.
Oh, absolutely, man. But that's what makes them all so cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it'd be cool if you made like a compilation of all of those someday.
I might someday.
We could like release like an actual VHS of it or something. Because I know I'd just like to own it. You know, every TV spot for every critter is on a tape.
Yeah.
And after that is the last feature for the first movie is Still Gallery, which I have a lot of hope for, because of a source that I've heard of. So I think that we'll really get a lot of cool behind the scenes pictures.
Cool behind the scenes pictures. I wonder if, because I know that but the funny thing is that guy that I was talking to, that was working on the Blu-ray or the bonus features and stuff, he actually joined our site like shortly after the bonus feature or the Blu-rays were announced, and he joined our site and started like going through and like looking, like liking all the pictures and stuff. So I'm assuming he's trying to find all those behind the scenes photos to put in there for the Still Gallery.
Well, I think the Kyoto Bros had a fucking tons of pictures too.
Yeah, they probably had like a whole camera's source worth.
Exactly. All right, so then let's go on to the second movie. 2K scan again, which is awesome. Audio commentary with director Mick Garris, which is very cool.
Yeah, if you listen to his 30th anniversary podcast, I imagine it'll be a lot like that because he was very, very descriptive on certain things.
Yeah, I don't expect to be disappointed. Just probably hear a lot of stuff that I've heard already. Hopefully not. He seems like a type of dude that'll know that people have probably heard some of his stories, so maybe he'll add some more. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a full film commentary. Commentary with the Kyoto brothers. Now, that's awesome. But why isn't Don Opper doing commentary on part 2, man?
I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't available to record or something. I don't know.
I'm assuming, but shit. I think I would have rather had him do commentary on 2 and not 1.
See, I don't agree because
No?
we get
No?
so
Okay.
much from part 2 already that it's nice to
Okay.
have something else for some. You know what I mean? Like, if he had to do 1, I'm glad it wasn't just part 2. I'm glad he did something that we don't have much for yet.
Okay. But he's such a more main focus from 2 and on, you
Yeah.
know?
True.
He is. He's really just the town drunk right up to the end where, he throws the fucking Molotov cocktail and he's technically the hero, but it's a little overshadowed that he is. But I don't know. I'm not going to complain too hard about that because odds are everything he's going to say in the first, he probably would have just said in the second for some reason. I'm sure we'll get quite a bit in that hour and a half.
Yeah. Maybe he just realized that he didn't have much to say for those. And he was just like, I can only do 1 movie.
He might too. Unfortunately, that might be where this gets disappointing because he might not really say too much. He seemed like quite a quiet guy from just the footage I've seen that you got and whatnot. But what do you say?
Yeah, he's definitely quiet.
Yeah.
He also, when I talked to him, but that was back in 2011, he didn't remember too much from it. I mean, like, he obviously remembered a lot more than most people do about the movie because he was in most of the movie for 2, 3, and, well, not 3, but 2
Yeah.
and 4. But it's been such a long time that he really didn't look back at those movies
Yeah.
for such a long time either.
Yeah. It's a bit of a bust, but hopefully we get something out of that because that's what I've been looking forward to the most. I think with these, just Don. Then the making of Critters 2, the main course featurette, interviews with Mick Garris, Leanne Curtis, the beautiful Leanne Curtis, Don Opper, Terrence Mann again, Lynn Shay again, producer Barry Opper, the Kyoto brothers, and makeup artist R. Christopher Biggs. So pretty much same setup. We are going to have Don on that.
Yeah.
So we will have him discussing part 2.
I
And
wonder
Terrence Mann.
if Chris Biggs will talk about anything that he didn't talk about with us on our podcast.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to hear from Chris again. He was very talkative. That was one of the best ones.
Yeah, that was really good. He even like started talking to us about like the Halloween Horror Night things and
Yeah, he was the dude that did Strays, right?
no, that was Mick Strawn.
Oh, that was Mick Strawn? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, yeah, it all blurs together, man. No. Well, the unfortunate thing is we can't put like faces to the people we're talking to. Which one was Biggs then?
He worked mostly on part 2, but he did the alien head for part 1.
Okay, yeah, and he did the big like monster in the beginning of part 2, right? And all the monsters that are in the
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, he was very talkative as well though. Yeah, that's awesome. But then behind the scenes footage, which this past Easter we got a taste of it, and that was some good fucking behind the scenes footage.
It was like
So,
what, 5 or 6 minutes worth.
hell yeah. So I mean, if they give us more than that, I mean that's great. I mean, what would you like to see? Besides, the obvious, we'd love to see some scenes with critters that, just never made the cut. But as far as behind the scenes stuff, I know I'd love to see the making of the Hungry Heifer scene with all the puppets. Boy, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But I think I'd like to see the making of the Critter Ball sequence.
Oh yeah,
we got a brief clip of it of them just rolling the ball down the street.
yeah. We know it exists. Yeah.
I would like to see them actually like putting it together and watching how they're driving it next to the car and everything.
Right. Oh, I wonder if that movie time feature will be a part of this Blu-ray. Do you know what I mean by the movie time feature?
No. Is that like pop-up?
The guy that goes around to the set interviewing the Kyoto brothers and talks to some critters, that footage that's been on YouTube for years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was Movie Time was the name of the channel. Turns out, I believe it was Chris Hampton when I was talking to him recently told me, Movie Time is what HBO was called before it was HBO. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
And right, and I believe that's also where Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater used to air. And Chris told me that I couldn't. I've been looking for it. If anybody out there can, back in the late '80s, for a small period, Joe Bob had a critter from Part One on his desk during Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater, and apparently it was a real prop from the movie. You know, I trust the source that told me, that's for sure. And also, there was, what was this? It was a commercial that would always air. No, just for a short time it aired on that Movie Time channel. And it had a bunch of clips of celebrities saying, watch Movie Time or something. And apparently a critter from Critters 2 would pop up and you would hear it say in a critter's voice, like, watch Movie Time or something like that. Chris Hampton told me about that too. He said that when he watched it, he didn't leave the house like the rest of the day because he was just waiting to see that commercial rerun over and over again just so he could keep seeing the critter.
Yeah.
We're never going to get that footage. So, I mean, just this story, I guess, is the only documentation. If anyone else out there remembers these, it'd be really cool to have some more confirmation.
Yeah, if anybody has a copy of that, please send it my way.
Could you imagine? I mean, that's, gosh.
I'll have to do some research on that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Especially, I'd really love to see the Joe Bob. The critter on Joe Bob's desk. I can't imagine which one it would be because we've seen all the puppets.
Yeah. If I had any info on like which episode or movie he was showing during that time, I could maybe find it a little easier.
Well, we know that it was post the release of Critters and probably pre-Critters 2. So probably sometime within 1986 to 88.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a quip in there. But yeah, after that, additional TV scenes, which is really neat. We discussed this before. They went out of their way to get the TV scenes for Part 2.
Yeah. It would have been nice if they would have just re-edited them back into the movie and kind of let you have like an unofficial official TV cut.
Sure.
But just having the scenes there itself is still cool anyways, just to be able to watch them.
That's cool enough that it's preserved. I mean, you have a copy of them edited in and whatnot, right? The old one that's floated around for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a TV cut of it, but it's not very good quality.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering how good these fucking additional scenes quality could be.
Yeah. Is it going to be like, did they actually get them from the film Elements from Warner Brothers, or did they just pull it off of YouTube from that video I posted of it? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing the latter, which would be neat, man, because that would be a way of you saying, you know, technically I had a hand in this.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. In fact, I would guarantee that there's going to be something within these that you helped to get out there. So you probably did contribute in some way, buddy.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Then the theatrical trailer, TV spots, and still gallery again.
Yeah.
Which, you know, same things I could say about the last one. So then let's just move on to Part 3.
Mm-hmm. There's not very much for Part 3 or 4, but we can talk about it a little bit.
Audio commentary with producer Barry Opper and star Don Opper. Actually, has that been updated? Because I don't remember that. But okay, so Don Opper is going to be doing commentary on Part 3.
Yeah.
Interesting that he's not doing 2, but maybe that is because he doesn't have much to say past Part 1 that he wouldn't about Part 2. So that's awesome. I didn't read that till right now. I'm happy about that. How about you?
Oh, I'm thrilled because I've always wanted to hear what he has to say about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what's disappointing in this is, okay, obviously there's no 2K updates for 3 and 4. It's gonna probably be just as good as the DVD.
Yeah, that's
Um,
I was talking to somebody about that the other day. They were asking about the 2K. I don't know if it was you or not, Sean, but yeah, they basically said, how come 1 and 2 have a 2K scan and 3 and 4 doesn't? And my only guess is that part 3 and 4, from where it was direct to video, um,
yeah,
the quality probably wouldn't change very much from
yeah.
it.
I mean, do they not have the original reels because they never really,
I
put it in
don't know.
theaters? Could that be,
It's a possibility. I don't
That's a
know.
safe assumption. Um,
But if it looks just as good as a DVD, I'll be fine. Like, I'm happy with
yeah,
that.
that's fine. Yeah, the Cruise 3 and 4, I never sat there and thought they needed to be in fucking outstanding quality. Um, and then there's the making of featurette. You Are What They Eat. With interviews with Barry Opper, screenwriter David Shaw,
Yep.
star, uh, Don Opper, and Terrence Mann. That's funny. Terrence Mann's even going to talk about this one. Um,
I'm interested to hear what David Chow or Scow or whatever his last name is. I'm interested to hear what he has to say because he's been like active online, but he never like replies to anything Critters related to anybody. And
yeah, but he went on his way to do this. Yeah.
yeah, and he wrote the screenplay. So I'm curious to just like, was it something that they wanted him to do and he just wrote it, or did he just have an idea all along? And I guess we'll find
I
out.
know. Yeah, in a month. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Um, Director of photography Tom Calloway, and the Kyoto Brothers, the trailer, and another still gallery. Um, Part 4 has an audio commentary with Rupert Harvey, who's the director and producer,
Mhm.
which is strange. I don't think Barry Opper must still be the producer, just this dude is.
Yeah,
Uh,
they are like co-producers. They're together.
okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just somebody. I don't know if both of them kind of like directed it together, but then one of them had to be like credited.
then it says there's a featurette, but it calls it Space Madness: The Making of Critters 3. I don't know if that's an error.
Yeah, that's a typo. It's supposed to be Making of Critters 4.
Okay. And that has interviews with Barry Opper, the screenwriter, David Shaw again, Don Opper, Terrence Mann. They're basically all the same. It is the exact same ones from the last
Yeah.
one. Trailer and still gallery.
Now,
So,
here's
yeah, go ahead,
something
bud.
though. Again, David Shaw, he posted on a comment from Mick Garris, and he said, "I guess they didn't look into my behind-the-scenes footage from Critters 4 anymore." And so I don't know if he was just like joking or if he actually has like behind-the-scenes video clips, like on set that Scream Factory just didn't use.
Well, behind the scenes footage exists from 3 and 4. They simply didn't care to get it, is what it comes down to. And I guess you'll just have to take my word for it on that one. But that's all it comes down to. They were focused on the first two movies. They assume nobody gives a fuck about 3 and 4 because most people are pretty vocal about it.
Yeah.
And I think they couldn't get Leo, and they probably didn't even try because of the price assumption.
Yeah, I'm assuming they didn't try.
Yeah. Um, Honestly, I just think 3 and 4, we're lucky we're getting that little making of featurette, but I don't expect it to be too fucking great. Do you?
No, I think it'll be just the same as the DVD.
Is there a making of feature on the DVD?
Oh, sorry, not the DVD. The I think the movie quality is going to be the same as what the making of the
Oh
quality
yeah.
is going to
Oh
be from
yeah,
the other
yeah.
movie. Sorry.
No, yeah, but the little interviews with like Barry Opper and Don and Terrence Mann, the Kyoto Brothers, about part 3, I can just see it being pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's in fact I can even see them insulting the movies a bit. Um, So that's really the only unfortunate thing here is that 3 and 4 they ain't do shit for.
Well, I know that I've talked to Barry Opper before, and I know that he's really passionate about the franchise. It's like his franchise, and he holds it as his franchise. So I don't think he's going to be like when you do the interviews with him for part 3 and 4. I don't think he's going to be like making fun of or
Okay, well that's
insulting in any
good
way.
because I mean I've talked to like Chris Hampton recently, and I mean he's a fucking pretty diehard Critters fan, just like us. Maybe next level even. He hates 3 and 4. Doesn't fucking like them, and it's like I don't know. Maybe it's just a bias because these are my favorite movie monster of all time. And you could probably just put them in anything, and I'm gonna geek out a bit.
Yeah,
But I love those movies. I love part 4 more than 3 at this point.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a serious movie. 3 is a fucking like Goosebumps episode
Yeah.
or something. But I love that shit too, so it appeals to me.
Oh, by the way, everybody, I wanted you to know, Critters 3 takes place in Kansas, not Los
Oh,
Angeles.
yeah, that's right. I when you guys were having that debate, I always just thought it was obvious that it took place in Kansas.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
I mean, somebody did post too and said, remember in part 4, at the beginning of it, it says somewhere in Kansas, 1992. And I guess
yeah,
from where I've always watched those movies, I've always thought that that was at the beginning of Critters 3 too, but it doesn't. But you can hear a radio station during the scene where like the truck is unloading and Mario's coming out and all that stuff.
yeah.
Right after the whole thing with Don Opper in the woods and the family coming back home and stuff. And you actually hear it say Kansas, some radio station or something.
Yeah.
But the debate was that it took place because Los Angeles Fire Department trucks were seen in the background and stuff, and it's like, well,
Oh
I mean, they
boy.
filmed it in Los Angeles, so I don't think they would have took time to like something that small to change to a.
All right, we're both, everyone's right. It was filmed in Los Angeles. It
Yeah.
takes place in Kansas.
Yeah, and also
Technically both are right.
in part 3, when the family's coming back home, they pass through
Grover's
Grover's
Bend.
Bend.
Yeah,
So,
duh.
and it's in
That's
Kansas.
what always made it so clear to me. They didn't. How far would they have to have driven after Grover's Bend? I mean, shit. So let's see. What else do we have to say about this? I mean, that's pretty much it. Is there anything that you're really hoping for that's not on it so far?
I would assume it would have been announced, but I'm really looking forward or hoping that they included the fan film from a few years back, the Jordan Bounty
No,
Hunter.
I don't think that's going to happen at all.
I don't think it will either, and I don't understand
No.
why. Like, if somebody makes a fan film, then that property should be able to still be used by the company because it's of their copyrighted. I don't know how that would work.
Well, yeah, they stole Chris Hampton's Critter for the fucking Blu-ray cover. So,
Yeah,
they could have
but
if they wanted to.
I don't know. Did we talk about that on the show?
What's that?
The Chris Hampton cover art?
No,
Okay.
not really.
So I did tell this to you. I'm pretty sure like what Shout Factory does or Scream Factory is they have the artist that they get to do them doesn't work for Shout Factory. They are
Yeah.
just people who are really good artists, and then Shout or Scream Factory gets in touch with them and says, "Hey, we'll pay you this amount of money to make a cover art for our cover." And so whoever they hired did the cover art, and that cover art was a copy of Chris Hampton's Critter that he built himself.
Absolutely.
But Scream Factory / Shout Factory probably had no indication whatsoever that was any type of copyright or stealing of any sort. So they went ahead and made it their official one. And then when they found out that it was Chris's thing, they'd already had everything done. They were like, "We're sorry," and then Chris Hampton didn't do anything about it. So
No.
they're just going to use it. I mean, I guess if he really wanted to do something, he probably could. But then again,
Actually,
it's a copywritten.
No, I don't think
character.
that there is anything he could do about it. It's too bad they didn't. They're probably not even going to credit him or anything. And also, going back to like them hiring these really good artists, that may be the case most of the time. whoever this artist is just stole 3 screen grabs from the movie and then Chris's picture, probably from our group, and then photoshopped them like this. They didn't even draw anything. I think the cover art is rushed.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen a hand-drawn cover like the first
Yeah,
two,
you know,
two
like
VHS tapes.
you know, like my retro band figure there, the artwork that's on the, you know, not the figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's amazing. That could have been a cover for it. It would have been better than this.
Yeah.
Because it was a good original idea. Um, yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. And I also don't even feel like they took outside. Chris's looks amazing on it, but then the critters on it, the images they stole are fucking stupid. They're not even the best from the series. I just hate that you can tell that people have their hands in this franchise who probably have never even watched 3 of the 4 fucking movies.
Yeah. Or if they did, it was just because, oh wait, you want me to do
Yeah,
this? Let me go watch them real quick, and then
exactly.
trying to draw while watching it.
Yeah, because on that cover, I think, well, there's 4 critters on the cover art. One of them's Chris's, 2 of them are from part 2, and then one of them is from part 3. And it's, I don't know, it irks me. Although I'm stoked about Chris's being on there for one reason, but it's a selfish reason. We did get confirmation that they're doing reversible cover art. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody posted a comment on the release and asked if any reversible cover art would be available, and one of the main guys who works for Screen Factory replied back and said, yes, there will be reversible cover art.
Exactly.
That doesn't necessarily mean it'll be for all 4.
Yeah.
So we don't know any. That's all he gave us. So, I mean, it could be different ones for all 4. The VHS mixed in with
Yeah.
the DVD covers. Who knows?
I don't know. I just hope they don't know if they use the DVD covers. It's a complete failure of a release. I'm sorry. Except for part 3, maybe. That one's okay. But that's the thing. They got the Critters artwork on the first one. You know, looks good. Then they used the Critters 2 theatrical poster, which is just a big number 2 superimposed on the first movie's cover art.
Yeah.
Then for 3, they used the VHS cover, the American one, which I think's good. And then for 4, they used the damn UK
Which looks
cover.
almost very similar to the exact same one for Critters 3.
Yeah, it's the Critters 3 cover art, only instead of it ripping out of an image of the city, it's ripping out of an image of some stars in space.
Mm-hmm.
Even the VHS cover is better than that for Critters 4.
Yeah.
Now, as we all fucking know, the Japanese cover art for Critters 4 is where it's at. That's fucking, it is. That's beautiful. So what could you think I think for part 1, the reversible cover art, there's 2 options. There's the house with the teeth kind of over top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's the family on the porch with the bounty hunters. And there's the UK artwork that has a critter in a mailbox. I'd say that's one of the rarer ones. But I think those are the 3 actually official ones they could use.
I think they're going to use the DVD covers.
Man, that would suck. Well, especially for Critters 2, because we all want to just see the critter ball on the cover. That's like everyone's favorite fucking design.
Yeah.
So if they don't do that, no, that'd be whack, because Critters 2 DVD artwork pisses me off. Critters 3, I don't know. I guess it makes sense that they would do the DVD for the reversible art of that, because Critters 3, it has the ones flying through the air, and then in the UK, let's see what other cover arts did it get, man. It has one where they're almost coming up out of a sewer lid.
Yeah, but it's like the city's in the background and they're coming up like it's like a video store poster for the UK, I believe.
Okay.
Paul
And
Ashford has one. He just bought one about a month ago, and he actually displayed it up on the Critters Rehatch page.
Oh, that's right. It's like 3 critters over top of the city, and
Yeah.
you can see the bald one, even though he's in part 4. Um, and then for Critters 4, obviously, honestly I don't know. I don't even think they should use the cover art that they are for that one, because most places didn't even use that image of it breaking through the space.
Yeah, that's mostly like foreign releases that
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see just the original VHS cover. If not, I actually like the DVD cover with the moon and the critters, but who knows?
Out of all the DVD covers, part 4 got the best one.
And you never know. Maybe they'll, like, for the first movie, they might use the picture from the lithograph as like the reversible art.
Yeah, I was worried about that. The 2 lithographs, I mean, the one that is on the box set I like better than the other one. The other one just doesn't even make sense to me. Why are they standing in a puddle of a critter that they stomped on to death? What's
Yeah,
going on?
it looks like it's supposed to be a space, I think, with like
Yeah.
the critters flying through it or whatever. It's weird.
They're breaking out of the earth or some shit. They just reuse the same images from the first poster. I don't know. The more I look at the cover art, it pisses me off. I like the main critter on the, I know what shot it's taken from. It's right before the cheeseburger scene.
Yeah.
And all they did was, because that's just one half of a critter's face on the screen, they pretty much took that, cropped it, and reversed it, and then put them next to each other. I don't know. It just doesn't work too good. But that looks better than all the ones behind it, outside of Chris's. I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, I could complain about the cover art forever, I think.
So what about you, Sean? What is something
Yeah.
that didn't get announced that you would like to see just show up on it?
Behind the scenes footage from 3 and 4 of the critters, I think, is what I'm mostly disappointed about there not being on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised we got commentaries for them. I really am.
Yeah, me too. Anything's good, but I think that's the big one. I think the first one, it'd be cool if they included things like Power of the Night music video.
The making of the music video, that'd be really cool.
Making of the music video would be really cool. I mean, that song's become just as iconic as the first movie.
Maybe they'll do a live performance with Terrence Mann.
Yeah, I mean, something. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it overall outside of 3 and 4. There's nothing really to complain about with the first 2. I just hope that they deliver. If this behind-the-scenes footage ends up being less than what we got on Easter, that would really fucking suck,
Yeah.
But from what I heard, the Kyotos, I believe, supplied quite a bit of footage for the first 2 movies. So, and nothing for 3 and 4. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just think nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
And also, if this does good and New Binge does good, ooh, okay. Also, there's no featurette promoting New Binge. That sucks. I think that should be there. But if the franchise picks up, I think that they might be holding back on 3 and 4 stuff, because if there really is a comeback, which honestly I don't think there will be, it's an excuse to make another box set years from now that'll include stuff for 3 and 4. A way to get us to spend our money again,
Yeah. I don't know if there'll ever be another big Blu-ray box set like this again.
No.
I think if they ever do a box set again, it's only going to be just the 4 movies, no bonus features.
Yeah. No, yeah, they'll just dumb it down, and yeah, if there's like over years, like minimalist copies of this, pretty much. Yeah, I could see that. But I don't know. I think just that there's no behind-the-scenes footage of 3 and 4, because they love those fucking movies. I'd love to see how they shot the critter inside the mouth scene in part 4. Would be really good. The little baby critters, stuff like that. Part 3, You know what I'd like to see in part 3? I think I like the characters in part 3 a lot, almost more than any other movie. Um, which is strange because the characters in the first movie are more like serious, but like Rosalie and Frank, they're just so funny. I would love to see more footage of them interacting on set just to see what they were kind of like because they just Rosalie especially seems like outside of her character, she's just probably kind of a funny lady, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know what year it was, but I know that she passed away.
Yeah.
Um, and I think the two people that were in the older Mr. and Mrs. Minges or something, whatever their name is,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
both of them have passed away. Um, and then obviously Leonardo DiCaprio isn't going to do anything. So there's not very many people that could.
Well, Annie, but she kind of went on to be someone. The twins that did the little boy, I'm surprised that they're not a part of this because even we've gotten in contact with one of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's strange at who they decided to put on and who they didn't. I don't know if they just turned it down or they didn't have time or
well,
weren't
I know
asked.
Scott Grimes literally did turn it down.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to appear at several conventions that I went to.
He's a flake. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like he agrees, and then just before you have to sign the papers, he like backs out, and
Yeah.
then a little bit later he'll give him a call or they'll call him back, and he'll be yeah, I can do it now, I can do it now, and then again
Yeah.
I can't do it, sorry, and then just that's it.
Yeah. Well, for that, Scott, if you're listening to this, you suck. Yeah. No. But, I was saying to Hampton, like, I really never cared to hear from Scott Grimes on any of this for some reason. He doesn't stand out to me in the movies. Um, I don't turn them off and then think about him. But he would have been good to hear from. It would have been really cool to hear from him on these movies because we've never really heard him talk about them.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to hear what he would have to have said from working it as a kid to 2
Yeah.
years later as a teenager coming back and seeing all the different effects again. And
Yeah, yeah, stuff like that. But it would have been great. But I guess we're not getting it. But that's okay. We got fucking Leanne Curtis. Yeah, she's better. Um, is there anybody not on it that you wish was on it besides who we mentioned?
yeah, I'd like to have heard from um, Barry Corbin from Critters 2 as the sheriff, Sheriff Harv.
Oh, yeah. You know, it made me think of it. I think what makes four suck is that there are no likable characters in that movie. Even Brad Dourif just doesn't do it for me in that movie. Part 2 kicks ass. I mean, I would have loved to hear from, I can't think of his name at the moment, but the leather jacket douchebag. He'd have been great to see what he looks like now and what he has to say about the movie.
Yeah,
That'd have been really
Tom
cool.
Hodges, that's his name, Tom Hodges.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure.
In
What
case
the?
people don't know, the guy that played that in Critters 2, Tom Hodges, he's also in the movie Heavyweights.
Oh,
As
I've
one
never
of the
seen it.
He's one of the camp counselors that they end up tying up and like pouring honey all over. He's like this
Oh,
German guy.
is that fat camp comedy from the 90s?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. So that's funny. Okay, I'll watch that now. um, I'd love to hear from Quigley. I assume that actor's passed away.
I think he has, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Quigley.
And
He's
and
a
for part
favorite.
2, the girl who played Nana passed away.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, the big
And
vegetarian joke.
yeah, and the bus driver passed away.
The black guy passed away there? Wow, he
Yeah.
was young. Wow.
I don't know anybody else off the top of my head from that one. But yeah, that's what I've discovered over the years of doing research and trying to find people and do interviews with them and stuff.
Yeah, there's not too many. I mean, we already know that the nerd guy doesn't remember jack shit. The Playboy model had passed away soon thereafter the film, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We broke the
Roxanne
news
Perlman.
to someone on that. Remember? That was interesting. We interviewed someone from part 2, and they
Yeah,
didn't know that she passed away.
yeah.
And
I think it was either Chris Biggs or Mick Strawn. I don't remember which one. But yeah, they
yeah,
didn't know that she'd passed away, and it was kind of.
yeah,
I was like, I'm sorry to make your day sad
yeah,
now, but
yeah. They were bummed. That was so yeah. A lot of the good ones passed away, man. I would have loved to have heard from the dad from the first movie, but we don't know if he's alive or not.
yeah,
Um.
Billy
So
Greenbush is
really,
his name.
yeah, Billy Greenbush. Yeah.
It'd been nice to hear from Emmett Walsh, who was the Sheriff Harv in the first movie.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have been cool.
Even if we could have got him just to be like, I think it's full, my chewing tobacco.
Yeah, that is. I think that's. I love that scene. No, my favorite scene, of course, is "Get 'em, Harv." That was still. Oh, I'd love to have heard from her. No.
She's probably passed away too.
Did you win those Critters 2 stocks, by the way? Did they like end at auction or something? What's up?
They are still up. They're for. I think they lowered the price down to $19.99, and I would get them, but I
They're
honestly,
$20?
yeah, plus the shipping and stuff. But
No, they're not.
I honestly just do not have any extra money right now whatsoever.
If they're that price, I'm gonna buy them for you right now.
I think
No,
they're
I'm serious.
$19.99 with however much shipping costs for them.
I don't believe you. Where are they?
In case people don't know what we're talking about, in our interview with Chris Biggs, we talked about socks that were given out on the set of Critters 2. And apparently everybody that was there, all production members, got these pair of socks to wear because it was like one of the coldest shoots in winter ever in LA or something. So they made all these wool socks with the word Critters down the side or on the top. And somebody put one up online for sale about, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And it was kind of used. I think they even have holes in them and stuff, but they claim that it's the ones that were used in on set, and I've never seen a pair before, so I can't be like, oh, those are or aren't.
Yeah, I want to show them to Leanne because I could have swore that she said her pair said the main course on them and said Critters 2.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to message her right now. And it's $19.99 or best offer, which means they want an offer over $20. Yeah, I don't know about that, but if they're $20, I'll fucking buy them for you, dude. Because
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think they're that cool. I always pictured them a lot cooler.
Yeah, they're not. I was very disappointed when I saw them, but it's still something that's really cool, and I would
Yeah,
definitely like hang them up on my display for my stuff.
yeah, shadow box them or something.
It'd be cool to have, like, if I ever get my Critters 2 screen use prop shadow box, it'd be cool to put those next to it with like the certificate of authenticity and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I just sent Leanne a message about it because I don't know. I could have sworn when she described them, she said that they said Critters 2 and the main course.
Yeah. I don't remember at all.
Yeah. Well, I do.
Another thing too. You remember the shirt that you showed me that was like merchandise for the first Critters movie that said Critters, and
Yeah,
on the back of it said like RCA Columbia.
I sure do. It's a white shirt, yes.
It is on sale
Where?
on Etsy, whatever that Etsy is the
Etsy.
website, Etsy, and somebody's selling it for like $699.
Well, it's probably that girl. Let me find that. Yeah, I guarantee it's the same girl. 'Cause that's what she does for a living, I believe. And she just made a point to keep that shirt. They want how much for it though?
It was like 600 and some, 699, I think.
Like I know vintage shirts and stuff. Like I have a lot of Beavis and Butthead shirts from like 1993, and they've sold for up to $250 and stuff. But yeah, that's just ridiculous for a movie like Critters.
Yeah.
Well, it is, man. Because what the fuck are you and I, the people who want it the most, gonna do with that shirt once we spend $629 on it?
we're going to fold it and put it on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to preserve it. And I've already know this girl's worn this shirt to death. She said she wears it and everything. Yeah, it's the same girl, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that still means that it's a pretty rare shirt. We've only ever seen this one. But I don't know. That's just ridiculous, man. But you want to talk about spending ridiculous amounts of money. The critter that Chris Hampton made that was in the Monsterpalooza show, whose image was stolen for the Blu-ray box set. Now I'm not admitting how much I spent on it, but I did just spend some money on it, and it is mine, and it will be here Monday. You should superimpose an applause right here. Thank you, thank you, everybody, thank you.
It's going to be here Monday?
It's going to be here Monday. It's in the mail. I've been checking the tracking number like 8 times a day.
Wow. You'll have to do a video on that.
Oh, you know I will. Yeah, I'm very excited. I can't believe it. Yeah, that's more money I'll ever spend on anything in my life, and that's including cars. Like, my friend was like, "You could buy a car for that price," and I was like, "I would never spend that on a car. That's fucking stupid."
But it's so cool though. Like, I'm happy that you got it, and I'm glad that you're the one that got it. And...
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I am too. I'm so fucking excited about it. And you'll see it someday. So,
yeah. So whenever the Blu-ray set gets here, and it's going to be here, it's supposed to be due out on the 27th, but anybody who pre-ordered it is going to be getting 2 weeks early from Screen Factory's website. And so that should be around November 13th.
Yeah.
I am definitely going to be doing I'm definitely going to be doing an unboxing video.
Oh, yeah.
The day I get it, I'm going to be showing off everything. Like, I'm so excited just to do that. And hopefully I'll get it even earlier. Maybe I can, like, hunt them down at the post office and find it.
I still haven't ordered my copy.
You don't even have a Blu-ray player.
I don't, dude, but my critter is on the cover of it.
You should go out and buy one, a cheap one. I think you can get them for like $40 or something.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Blu-ray players are cheap now and stuff, so I will buy one for it. I have to see all these fucking special features, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I remember when the Child's Play Blu-ray came out. What was that, like 2 years ago? I think it was a Shout Factory release. And that had a lot of good bonus features on it. It even had a scene of Chucky electrocuting a guy with like a one-liner that no one's ever seen. But I went over to my buddies and I was like, "Can I just watch your TV for a few hours?" Because he doesn't fucking want to watch it, So like, just watch your TV for a bit, man.
That's great.
Yeah, but this one, that's 4 movies. I'm gonna do what you're doing. I'm gonna watch the movies, then I'm gonna watch them with the commentary. I'm gonna watch the features. Like, it's kind of gonna be like a week-long fucking event because we have jobs and stuff. And you're like dying.
You said it so casually.
You're like dying. Yeah, doing your thing.
That's the entire time. Like when I was I've never had surgery before, and so I was really scared. I didn't know what to expect.
I believe.
And I was in pain, and I was like, I'm gonna die before my critter set gets here. Like,
oh my god, yeah, yeah. No, I don't think you're that unlucky, dude. I understand that mindset though, because I'd be thinking that too.
Like, it was one of those things where like I had from where I had the abscess, it had a really bad infection that was in it. So it was like one of those things where like when I went to the hospital, they were like, "We're admitting you right now," and then like they immediately got me on antibiotics like through IVs and stuff, and like was taking like 5-6 different things of blood, and like I was miserable, and I was like, it was like really serious. I was on the highest dosage of the strongest antibiotics that they could find for me, and
boy, well, I'm glad you're still here, man. That's scary.
Oh yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, well, no, I've had surgery before, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyone who's not afraid of that, well, it's a special kind of strong to me because I don't even like visiting people in hospitals.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, you really should just stop drinking Mountain Dew.
Oh, it wasn't because of that.
Shut up.
No, really, 100%. They
No,
said
really.
they said
It's
that
not Mountain Dew, by the way. That's what
the
they said.
abscess came from an ingrown hair. So,
Really?
yep, an ingrown hair. And what it was just they said that it could have been anything where it was like from where it just you know how ingrown hairs itch. It was like you could have just been scratching it and then you had bacteria on your hands or something from being outside and just scratched it and that got in there. Hello?
I don't know. What was that new Mountain Dew you tried? No, sorry.
It's called Mountain Dew. Don't try me. I have abscess in me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, I went to Burger King today. They have that new like Slurpee that's black, and apparently it changes your poop orange. So, no, I literally, that's really a thing. Do you remember a few years ago they made an all black burger, and it was turning everyone's shit like this really weird green?
Yeah, I tried one of those for the Scream Addicts web series that I was doing for Dread Central at the time.
Yeah, it worked. It works for you too, I'd imagine, right?
It worked for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very excited to turn my poop whatever color it is today. Like, I literally, dude, I pull up to the drive-thru. They're like, "Burger King, can I take your order?" I was like, "Yeah, you guys got that like milkshake thing that turns my poop colors?" She's like, "I have the black raspberry." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that." You can just tell when she handed it to me. She's like, "I hate you." But that's a great Halloween tradition that they're creating. Like, turn your poop different colors this season.
I think Skittles is doing something right now where it's like called Zombie Skittles. And
Yeah.
there's going to be like regular flavored Skittles mixed in a bag that are disgusting flavors supposed to be taste of like zombie flesh.
Oh, that's really good. I like that. That's cool.
I haven't found
Yeah.
any anywhere yet, but that's what they were supposed to be out.
See, I like shit like that. Like I know, I know Burger King canceled that burger when all that publicity came out.
Yeah.
But and I remember every year since I've been like, man, they should have kept it going. That's a great tradition.
Mm.
So I feel like they brought this back because I saw the ad about it turning your poop colors before I saw any advertisements about it. I guarantee there's some like genius rep at Burger King that's like, look, the poop changing your poop colors is a brilliant idea. We just need to make sure it doesn't kill anybody.
So they had to take it. They had to do tests for a couple of years, and before
Yeah,
they
they've been
bring it back.
testing. Yeah, like okay, the black raspberry takes away the poison.
Test subject number 1 died. Move on to test subject number 2.
We diluted it with black raspberries. Okay, we were obviously not talking about critters anymore. Oh boy. All right, man. Well, guys, I'm sure next time we do the podcast, the Blu-ray will be out. I will have my critter, and hopefully we'll have some fucking updates on the new binge.
Yep, I was actually going to get an interview with Sean Owen Roberts again, who is from
Yeah.
Critters and New Binge, and he literally said, "Yeah, I can do it this weekend," and then I had to go and get in the hospital. So.
Oh, is that why that fell through? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man. We did an interview with that guy, everybody, and it was a great interview. It was the best interview ever, and it didn't record, so that'll be a take 2.
Yep. Whenever we're able to do it. So.
Yeah. So until next time, what do we always say?
Turn your poop green.
Oh yeah, that too. No, kill more crags.
Kill more kites.
All right. Turn your poop green.
Should have done something for when you first did the